everyone, my name is Velupillai. Welcome to my channel called Anything You Name It. So in the last session we talked about how Earth was 3.5 billion years ago and how the colony of bacteria called stromatolites came to existence and started pumping out oxygen. And 1.5 billion years ago, how the Earth's crust broke into tectonic plates. And 1.1 billion years ago, how it formed a supercontinent called Rodinia. And after that, because of the volcanic eruptions and acid rains, how the Earth's temperature became low and it formed a big freeze event. And after the big freeze event, the Cambrian explosion of life took place in the ocean. So we saw that in the last video. In this video we are going to see how life started coming on land and how it evolved. So 460 million years ago, because of the lack of atmosphere, the large amounts of oxygen, when they came in contact with sunlight, the UV rays made a reaction and made the oxygen ozone. Ozone is nothing but O3, whereas oxygen is O2. So a new element called ozone is formed, and the ozone's main function was to prevent the UV light from entering the Earth. So over time, due to the lack of atmosphere, large amounts of ozone was formed. 175 million years ago, because of the Earth's ozone layer protecting our Earth, the life on land started to shoot out. So there were simple mosses. They pumped out even more oxygen than stromatolites. So because of this, the atmosphere was rich in oxygen. So a new fish called Tiktaalik emerged. The Tiktaalik was a very peculiar fish with peculiar characteristics. Peculiar means something different, out of the crowd, something very different from every other fish. So what happened was, like, they used their gills to breathe and they used their fin-like structures to partially come out of land, not fully come out of land. When there were rivers and oceans, they just come out near the shores. So after that, because of this fish, they later evolved into tetrapods. Tetrapods are our very first land vertebrates. Vertebrates are animals with backbones, as I said earlier. They were the first animals on land with vertebrates. So the mammals and birds which we see now, they were just evolved from these tetrapods. They were our great ancestors, to say. So at that time, even the plant life started becoming very versatile because of the UV light blocked by the ozone. As I told you, they didn't evolve in thousands or hundreds of years. They evolved after 15 million years to become tetrapods. So 300 million years ago, there were animals on land, there were fish, and there were new species called insects. Insects were the first arthropods. There were arthropods like centipedes. Centipedes, not normal centipedes. There were 6 feet long centipedes, and there were dragonflies the size of eagles, and there was very large spiders. You can't even imagine. As I told you in the last session, because of the large amounts of oxygen, the animals became growing larger in size. And the first reptile, it was not a lizard-like creature, not exactly a lizard. They laid eggs and they were the first lizards. The laying egg is very common in these years, but on those years when life was evolving, this was a huge step because it was like a built-in pot for life to be existing. So then embryo, it had water, food for itself. So this was a huge leap in evolution. And after that, the seeds became very evolved. So there were water and food needed for the seed in the pod itself. So before that, there were only spores which go into plants. Now they were seeds. So this was a large step in evolution. So after that with life inevitably comes death. So death was very inevitable. So what happened was, like, these giant plants, they formed a layer of scum. Scum is nothing but they decomposed and became a jelly-like substance. It was more like a goo. So they covered the surface, and due to time, because of the pressure and the heat from the sun, they turned into coal. Coal is nothing but the fossil fuels which we use to generate electricity, etc., etc. So coal was formed only in this way. What happened was, like, the scum was formed, the goo-like substance, and when the winds hit the rocks, they pressurized the scum, and due to the heat from that sun, they became coal, solidified and became coal. So 300 million years ago, a new species, complex multicellular life. Complex means utmost complex. There were like giant creatures. They were called scutosaurs. Scutosaurs is nothing but the ancestors of tortoises and turtles we see now. They are sort of like a giant tortoise. They had a shell and they had very large beaks to eat plants. So imagine how ferocious and large the predator should have been to eat these scutosaurs. And luckily there was a predator. It was called Gorgolopsids. This one was very peculiar. This walked on 4 feet, not 2 feet, 4 feet, and they were crawling almost like a lizard. So there were 4 feet, they were crawling like lizards. Razor sharp teeth, and for scutosaurs the defense was their shell. So they were always in the competition of predators and prey. So one day what happened was like 300 million years ago, Gorgolopsids and scutosaurs, they were fully evolved 250 million years ago. So what happened was like 250 million years ago, in present day Alaska is part of North America now. It's an highly volcanic zone. So 250 million years ago in Alaska, the huge volcanic eruption took place. Not one or two volcanoes, the whole landscape, the whole place erupted and became a volcanic place. The whole landscape, not one or two volcanoes, the whole place started erupting, and the Gorgolopsids and scutosaurs, they had a mass extinction event. Not completely extinct, almost 98% of the life was completely destroyed. So even because of the land near the Siberian plates were really destroyed. So what happened was like after this, even millions of miles from that place, the animals were not safe because of the whole big landscape erupting. The carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide were pumped out. Sulfur dioxide is SO2, so sulfur dioxide was pumped out. Dioxide, when it comes in contact with water, it became sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So this became acid rain, and most of the species were destroyed because of this. Even life in the ocean was compromised. Compromised means it was not able to evolve. The only remaining thing in the oceans were red algae. Red algae are nothing but they live in these extreme conditions where oxygen is less, and they grow new pigment called red algae. These are new pigments on algae. These are called red algae, and because of this the ocean was very hot. It became hot because of the CO2 and sulfur dioxide, and after this, even in the oceans, deep inside the oceans, there were methane gas, they were just ice. Methane was very solid. So because of the temperature rising in the oceans, the methane became gaseous state and became getting free and got into the atmosphere. Methane is 20 times more effective greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. So to absorb 1% of heat, the methane absorbs 20 times that heat. So 20% of heat more than the CO2 the methane absorbed, and because of this the Earth's temperature skyrocketed to 104 degrees. So because of that, most of the plants were not able to live, and the few lucky creatures, the Gorgolopsids and the scutosaurs, the few lucky creatures survived. So what they did was they evolved and they started eating anything they come in sight. It could be either plant or animal. They ate anything they can find. So this was the Permian extinction. This was called the Permian extinction. This happened 300 million years ago, and after this 250 million years ago, as I told you, the scutosaurs and the Gorgolopsids, they evolved and became dinosaurs. Those lizard-like creatures, they later evolved to the circumstances and became dinosaurs. And even the Earth's temperature was cooling down, and it formed a continent called Pangaea. As I told, the tectonic plates never stopped. Because of that, there was a new continent now called Pangaea. This Pangaea, it was home to dinosaurs. The Gorgolopsids, scutosaurs, they evolved and became dinosaurs. So in the next session, we will talk about dinosaurs. So in this session, what we did was how 460 million years ago, the fish called Tiktaalik emerged as tetrapods. The tetrapods are nothing but the ancestors of mammals, birds, the vertebrates which live on land. So we saw that. And the next one was how insects like dragonflies, spiders, centipedes, they started evolving, and how coal was formed because of the dead plants and animals. And 250 million years ago, how the scutosaurs and the gorgolopsids fought for the land. And then after that, how the another mass extinction period occurred, and the few lucky ones who survived that evolved into dinosaurs. And because of the tectonic activity, a new continent called Pangaea was formed. So this is what we saw in this chapter. The next chapter we will talk about how the dinosaurs evolved and how they became extinct. So subscribe to my channel and please click the bell icon. Thank you.